Okay, now we need to add our overhang, and it's a little tricky because we've defined our floor slab. Our roof is a floor slab, and we have this other material going on. But one of the ways, I'm going to go to wireframe, and it's a little bit hard to see what's going on in here, but I'm going to show you how we can then add something to the front of a floor slab. So I went to um, floor slab edge, which is how we're going to create the parapet, but it's just basically going to be the other way around. And if I select that and I click on, it'll allow me to click on the very top edge of the floor and click on that. It'll make a floor slab embedded within the concrete frame. And you can't really see that now. It's just a thickening of the whole slab, but there's a profile in there. And we don't really want to do that. So I'm going to do Control Z, and I'm going to edit this type. And we're going to call it, we're going to duplicate it, and we'll call it green roof edge. And we can actually select profiles here, but we don't have any profiles loaded in yet. So I'm going to say OK with this, leaving it as that thickened slab. Click OK. And I'm going to now open up a new document, a profile, a new family. And let's go ahead and save the project. And I'm going to go ahead and go into look for profiles. And just a regular profile. And we're going to go ahead and just draw something right away. So I'm going to create a line. And profiles are just based on, I'll just come up wildly here just so we can see what the effects of what we do are. And we'll go ahead and we'll save this with a name. I have to figure out where to save it. I'll just save it to the desktop for now. GR profile. And we'll go ahead and load that into the project. And now when we go to put our slab edge on, we can go ahead and select our green roof edge, and we go to edit type, and we want to pick up that profile now. So I'm going to go down here and pick up that GR profile, click OK. And now we have that special profile added. Let's go to a 3D view, and I'll go ahead and start kind of attaching that profile. Now you can see how it goes in and up. And let's go to our section view. All right, so it's containing our green roof, but it's really kind of going in the wrong direction. And I don't believe we'll get a choice on that. So we really need to draw it the other way around. And it comes up nice and high, but we need it to come down to basically the bottom edge of the roof assembly here. So what I want to do is I'm just going to measure something here. I'm going to go to annotate to grab the measuring tool and go from the bottom of the, let's see if I can grab something here. There's the bottom of our profile, and I want to come in here until I'm right at that roof. So we really need to move down 11 inches to cover the edge of our insulation in our roof system. So I'll just delete that, and I'm going to go back to our profile now, and I'm going to change it around. I'm going to make sure that it's now really on this side, and I'm going to pull this down. So if I need to come down 11 inches, that'll be 2 foot 2 inches. And right now I'm just experimenting with how that's going to pan out. So I'm going to load that back in the project, overwrite the existing version, and then we'll go back to the section view. And now we're coming down to where we want to be. So that's our edge condition for our roof. And so we have a now way of putting in the water barrier for our roof system. And I'd like to do a couple of more things to it. I kind of want to trim it off a little bit so it's a little decorative. So we're going to come out further, come down, and then return back again. So once again, I'll go back to the profile. And I'll go ahead and I'll stretch this out. Let's just stretch this out to 2 feet. I'm going to pull this down, put it on a 45-degree angle, and we'll put one more line in here. If I can get my line tool. Yep. And we'll go back to our section view. So now we have some kind of a roof, something to cover our green grass. But I'm really kind of debating here. I don't know if we really need to contain any kind of water here because we have natural drainage. So maybe I'll just lower this down. So let's see what we've got as a measurement here. I'm just showing you how you can go back reiteratively, and so we're 10 inches above that green level. I'm going to delete that, and I'm going to move that profile down 10 inches. So I'll grab that element, and I'll go down 10 inches. And we'll make the corrections to the shape here. And we'll load that back into the project. And so that's some kind of an overhang for our roof. It kind of tapers down a little bit to make it look a little slender, and it's just covering the beginnings of the grass. And we might, I don't know if we can get that actual grass to show, but that's good enough for where we're at with this kind of development. So I'll go back to the 3D view, and we'll try to, let me render this so we see what we've got here. That's funny, it doesn't appear to be updated. Oh, it might be because the section box is cropping it. Let's pull this out. Yeah, there we go. All right, so we probably would like to apply some kind of a materiality to it. But what I'll go ahead now and do is finish adding that to all of the sides of our floor system, which is a roof. I'll come in here and try to touch that top line, and I'll just try to guess and see if that'll work. That seemed to work. And we'll grab it over here. And it looks a little screwy on the back side. It's probably because I connected it to the lower one. I don't know. Hard to say what's going on there. We don't have enough light. Let's do a little rendering and just hit a line. Yeah, this one has to be deleted. Well, let me just undo it here. That's what happens when you try to do things too quickly. All right, so that slab edge is good. Okay, so now we have, looks like all of our edges are properly aligned there. It still looks a little bit like this one is to the wrong area. Let's undo that one. Let me try again. Oh, that's because of the crop box again. I'm sorry. I'm sure that's what it is. Okay, so I guess that really takes care of what I wanted to push you through on the, the basic construction detailings. Probably would like to change this to some other kind of a material so it had a more attractive appearance to it. I'll probably just try to make it, well, I'm going to leave it alone. Next, when we come back, though, is I'll put things together in some sort of a presentation so that we can finalize our project for submittal.